Hello, everybody, and welcome, my divine spirits, to Traumapathic Root Healing. I am back. I'm Jasmine Savage, a 15-year healthcare professional and trauma healing coach, and I am so excited to show y'all my new setup that I have. I'm so excited about the future videos we're going to be doing so we can start healing our trauma. I just want to come to you guys and just present myself to you as a helping hand to help you heal your trauma from any aspect: childhood, adulthood, it doesn't matter, physical, emotional, from little, big or small, it doesn't matter, past or present. I'm here to help you heal it. What is the problem? What is the root of the trauma? What is the root of the issue you're trying to heal? Do you know what it is that you want to heal? We will come together as a team and we will figure this out together. Oh, you and I will do it as a group if that's more of your thing. I will have group sessions. I will have one-on-one coaching sessions. I have packages for everybody to look into so you can see what is best fit for you. And I'm going to be giving out consultations, free consultations for anybody who is wanting to heal their trauma on a more natural, holistic, and spiritual level. That's what I'm here to do. And somebody who suffers through trauma myself, well, I've been through trauma, and every day is a healing process. Until the day we die, we're going to be healing from things. And trauma can be so significant and so small to other people whenever it's happening to you. So something that's happening to you that's traumatic and leaves a scar on you that nobody else can see or feel but yourself, that is where I come in and I'm like, okay, we need to identify what it is your trauma is so we can get you out of that heightened sense of being scared of the world around you, thinking that it's a hostile environment. Whenever I was going through trauma as a child, I went through a lot of different things. For example, I was a really sheltered kid, so when I did get out into the world, it was very difficult for me, even in school, because I didn't have the social cues that I needed. I went through abuse as a child, so it was really hard for me to connect with people in a natural way. I really didn't have the social cues to do that. I didn't know what it was that I was really missing. I knew there was something missing, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't know how to communicate right. I didn't know what was traumatizing. I didn't know that some of the things that I was going through was something that was going to literally sit with me for the rest of my life. I didn't know that. So as I got older and I was like, man, I still remember this stuff. And then I'm realizing that the relationships I was getting into, whether it be with friends or whoever, I was seeing that a lot. I was triggered by a lot of things. I couldn't handle a lot of stuff. A lot of things were very overwhelming. I was always on edge. I was always looking around trying to figure out what it is that's like, is that dangerous? Is that dangerous? Are they dangerous? Are they plotting on me? What's going on? Am I going to get hurt? And it's just an overwhelming feeling that you have on a daily basis. And so I started looking into healing my mental health and doing self-care and more tapping into my awareness and what it is that I'm sensing and why is it making me feel this way. What is it that made me come to this point in my life to where I'm living in fear? That's what I started thinking about. And then working in healthcare, I'm seeing the people coming in, my patients coming in, and they're having physical pain, they're suffering through mental illness as well. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. And I'm like, wow, I am seeing that trauma is a huge spectrum of it's a lot, so it's not just one thing. It's not just emotional trauma. It's not just physical trauma. There's a lot that comes with that. Like you could be at a store. Like I've used this example before because this has happened to me. Me and my father went into a store. We're at an Albertsons in Killeen, Texas. And I was going to a summer camp right next door at Ralph Wilson summer camp. If y'all ever looked that up, the place is gone now, but this was in the 90s. So the place was called Ralph Wilson Youth Center. And it was like a YMCA, and you can drop your kids off there all day while you go to work. And I would go there, while my dad was working. And so one day we were on our way to work. Well, he was on his way to work taking me to Ralph Wilson, and we stopped at the Albertsons next door. And you can look this up too. We were literally at the counter about to pay for our stuff, and these guys walk in with these guns, and this is a true freaking story. You can ask my father. I'll even put him on camera on the next video so we can talk about this. But we went into the Ralph Wilson, we're at the counter and we're buying our stuff. And next thing you know, these guys walk in with these guns and these masks on, and no lie. And I'm like, this is not happening. This is a movie. I'm like 12 years old and I'm like, there's no way this is happening. So they walk in and they're like, everybody get on the ground. And I'm just like, and my dad's like, get down. And I'm just frozen. Fight or flight response. My amygdala gland was activated and I didn't know what to do. The fight or flight or freeze response. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, and the guy's literally pointing a gun at me. And he's like, get the on the ground. And I'm like, and my dad had to literally pull me down to the ground and I'm screaming. Eventually a scream comes out of me because I'm looking at my father. And the guy's still holding the gun and he's pointing it at my dad. And all I could do was look at my dad and I'm like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And I just kept saying that and I didn't know what else to say. I'm 12. So I'm being completely traumatized by this situation. I didn't know what to do. And my dad's like, be quiet. Be quiet. And he was getting angry. He was overwhelmed because I'm putting us in a situation. I'm a kid and the guy's like, I'm going to kill you if you don't shut the hell up. And to this day, at age 34, that still bothers me. When I go into any store, I'm always thinking somebody can possibly walk in here and do something crazy because it's possible because it's happened to me. You know, just like how people are like, oh, nobody will ever come into my school and do nothing in my school. My kid can't get kidnapped. You know what I mean? Like until it happens to you, you know, you're not going to believe it. A lot of people won't believe these things will happen. And I experienced a lot of things at a very young age, as a child. So as an adult, I have a lot of self-awareness. You know, I am aware of my environment around me, very, very, very clear, and I'm very tapped into my environment. I walk around like that all the time. I'm very observant and I'm very analytical. So I'm always watching body movement, eye contact. You know, body language is key to survival. So you have to know your environment. You have to know the things that are happening around you and keep your head on a swivel. Okay. So not to get off topic, whenever we were at the Albertsons and they were holding a gun on us and my dad's telling me to be quiet and I'm screaming and I'm in this fight or flight response, I'm frozen and I just don't know what to do. I can't save my dad. I can't save myself. I don't know what to do. I'm a kid. And so the guy is eventually shoot up into the ceiling and I'm just like shaking and my dad is just like, it's okay. And so eventually the guys run out of the store. They get whatever money they were trying to get and they wind up driving off and crashing their car. They swerved off and they ran into the median on the side of the road. And one of the people died actually in this car accident. And this is the 90s. My dad still had to go to work. And so he literally had to drop me off at Ralph Wilson. And I had to go through that whole day traumatized and feeling like I'm losing my mind. I'm 12. I'm trying to tell the story to people at the youth center. And they're like, what? That didn't happen. And then they finally saw it. Seeing the cops drive by and they're like, oh my God. And they're like, all right, what are you doing here? And I'm like, my dad had to go to work. You know, so I'm literally like traumatized. I'm scared. I'm in this place where I'm just like, I just sat there all day. I was there like 6 hours, you know, so, you know, my dad had to work an 8-hour shift and then somebody picks me up around 6 hours later because the place only stays open till like 5. And so I'm literally like stuck. And then when my dad can pick me up, I'm still just sitting there. I didn't even want to be in the car. I'm scared we're going to crash into the wall just like those people did. I'm a child. So traumatic experiences can leave a long imprint on your mental. So when I was talking about the amygdala gland, how that is the alarm system to sound off that fight or flight response and put you in that shutdown state. And so that's also like the memory bank of the mind. It puts all of those different traumatic experiences all in that one place and it just holds them there until like as you get older, some of them will start kind of creeping out and you're like, oh shit, you know, like I remember that. And then you're like, hey dad, like, you remember whatever this and this happened? He's like, you know what I mean? As you get older, a lot of those traumatic experiences will start to come to surface. And so that's why it's very important right now at this time to start the healing process of healing yourself and learning self-love, self-care, self-awareness, so you can prepare your mental for whenever these thoughts start coming about. Okay. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help guide you through those experiences and take you back into those situations in a healthy and safe way, so we can let you finish the natural reaction and get out of the fight or flight response. Like how I was stuck, how I said I was frozen, and it took me years until adulthood to get out of that. Whenever I learned about somatic therapy and biodynamic breath work and things like that, different type of breath work techniques, my workout plan. And if you want to, I'm going to tell y'all about my workout plan because it literally works. And I can't wait to get y'all on board with that as well. But there's a lot of things that I do. I had to change my diet because a lot of things happen in the gut. The gut is connected to the mind. They call this the brain gut connection. That's what they call that. So there's a nerve called the vagus nerve. It's a very long nerve that goes through the entire body, and it's connected to all of the different vital organs, such as the heart, the lungs, the liver, also the intestine, the stomach. It's connecting all of these different things. So everything will be affected by your trauma, because you'll get gastrointestinal issues whenever you're holding in a lot of this trauma and you're walking around in this survival mode all the time. Your body's really tense. Maybe your jaw is always tense. There's a lot of different things that we're going to be talking about, okay? I'll be helping you heal your anxiety, helping you deal with, maybe you're dealing with narcissism, childhood trauma with your parents being narcissistic, things like that. Maybe you're in a relationship with narcissistic people. Maybe you're a narcissist yourself and you need some help to try to calm yourself down, or maybe be more aware of what's going on with you and why you carry this trait. Where did it come from? What triggered this? What brought on these emotions, this mode that you switch into to where you're walking around in, with that wall up of trauma? Because a lot of people who have these mental illnesses are suffering from past trauma that they have yet to address. Okay, so that's what I'm here to help you guys do. Give you diet plans, how to better treat yourself, love yourself, things like that. And I'm also a parent. So, I know there's a lot of stress that comes with being a parent as well. Maybe you have a child that's gone through some type of trauma. I'm here to help you and guide you and build a community with you guys so we can help each other heal ourselves. So if you guys just stick with me, believe in me, trust in me, I promise you I'll be able to guide you through a very safe, loving experience in healing your trauma on a natural, holistic, and spiritual level. And my name again is Jasmine Savage. I am a 15-year healthcare professional and trauma healing coach. And like I said, I will be doing coaching courses for you to be able to get online, and you can be able to tap into some of those sessions. And I will be expanding my brand more and more as time goes on. I'm still learning, just like everybody is in the world. So I'm just here to guide you in with my experience, my personal experience with trauma, and also my experience in healthcare and mental health and rehabilitation and things like that. I'm here to help you guys on that journey to heal your trauma. I will be talking more about the polyvagal theory of emotion, how the whole trauma process happens from whenever your brain is scanning every single day for traumatic experiences, so it can go into the amygdala gland. It's alerting your brain saying that there's something happening. You need to go into a fight or flight response. How to get out of that, the sympathetic system, guide yourself on a healthy way to get out of that response, out of that survival state. So we're resetting your whole nervous system in a way. So that's what we're doing with the breath work, with the sensations of somatic therapy. You're tapping into the sensations of what you're feeling when you're going back into those traumatic experiences. So this is a body-based theory of how to heal your trauma. So this is not like, oh, you need to go and take some risperidol, you're schizophrenic, you're bipolar, you're all of these different things, whenever it could just be that you have PTSD, you have CPTSD, that's child post-traumatic stress disorder from childhood, and then on into PTSD from maybe having accidents or being in abusive relationships or anything like that. So there is a plethora of different things that tie into what trauma really is. Okay, so like I told you in a previous video, I'll be talking about the three types of trauma, the three major types of trauma that there are. So I'll be tapping more into that. I'll be giving a visual guide on what the vagus nerve is, how you can do certain techniques to reset the vagus nerve so you can know what it is that's going on within your body. We'll be doing some breathwork techniques so you can relax your body, get rid of the anxiety and the stress, so you can realize what it is, what is the root of my trauma. That's why it's called Traumapathic Root Healing, because I'm getting to the root of the trauma, in a naturopathic way, so naturopathic medicine with trauma healing, traumapathic root healing. Okay, so that's what I'm here to do, brought to you by Magnifique Empire LLC for health and beauty, by me, Jasmine Savage. And I really hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from, and we can talk more about our personal experiences that we've had through childhood, adulthood, right now, before, whatever, small, big, it doesn't matter. Trauma is trauma. Okay, and we need to heal, because like I said, every day is a healing journey. Okay, so nobody's perfect. Nobody's living a life where they're not feeling all emotions. You have to be able to feel emotions, and we'll be talking more about that too. We'll be talking about narcissism. We'll be talking about other types of psychological abuse that you may go through, talking about different traits that you may be carrying. So I'm here to help you tap into what the root of the issue is. Okay, I don't want to just keep repeating myself. I feel like I said that like 7 times. So that's all I'm here to do, guys, and I just really hope that you're excited about the ride like I am, because I'm totally stoked, so we can get to the root and so we can get this journey going. Okay, so I'm here to build a community where we can all come to one place. You can heal your trauma from every aspect, from the mind, the gut, the skin, everything. Like, I'm trying to build a trauma healing center as well. I have a nonprofit organization that I'm trying to start for trauma healing, so we can help people that are less fortunate, women, children, people that do not have clothes, don't have food, things like that. We're going to be helping the community and healing the community all in one place. And that's what I'm here to do with the Magnifique Empire, because that's what it is. It is a empire that I am building, and I want to help you, and I want you to know that you're loved, you're not alone, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are special, and you are powerful. And I want you to take that into yourself. I want you to embody that and tell yourself that every single damn day. Okay? And I don't want to keep you here too long. So I do hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas to you all. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of those different things. If you're an agnostic, I hope you just have a great time during the holidays with all of the festivities that's going on, even if you're not into it. Everybody from every point of the earth, I wish you love and light. And ashe, ashe, ashe.